I, 33F, asked my husband, 31M, to wear a condom and he freaked out. In the last few months my husband had some questionable behavior. Enough that I had to ask him if he had cheated. Even though he denies it, I've asked him to start wearing condoms when we have sex. Just until we work some things out with a therapist, I'm honestly conflicted about whether or not to believe him, and I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, so I felt like him wearing a condom would allow us to move forward in our relationship while still keeping me safe. It would take a lot of anxiety away from me. When I asked him to do this, he freaked out. He said he believes a man shouldn't have to wear a condom in a marriage and that it takes away all the pleasure for him to do this. He told me if I'm concerned about pregnancy I should get on birth control. We have talked about this in the past and I explained that I am not able to be on birth control for a variety of reasons and that I had tried. He's been super mean toward me for the last couple of days and pretty much told me he won't have sex with me if he has to wear a condom. He told me he needs time to mentally process my request. He's making me feel like I am asking him to do something horrible and I genuinely don't know how to respond. I explained very honestly why I was asking for this and that it would just be until we got through some therapy, not forever. And his response and reaction made me feel like I am just an object he owns to have sex with however he wants. My feelings didn't seem to be relevant at all. I'm really confused. You've got posts about believing he's cheating and him spending $4,000 on cosmetic procedures that you can't afford. This doesn't sound like a stable or healthy marriage. Maybe you need to get some individual counseling so you can work out why you're still in this marriage and whether you want to be. Until then I would personally stop having sex. But definitely not without protection. The last thing you need is a pregnancy or STD. What makes you think he cheated? Does the condom build the wall of trust you clearly are lacking? Because I don't understand how you can be so convinced your husband is cheating that you are requiring him to wear a condom and still want to have sex with him. Girl, I wouldn't have sex with someone I thought cheated or did something serious enough that the therapist needs to mediate. But you do you. If you want him to use it and he doesn't, then I guess it's a no to sex altogether. But again, I don't understand why have sex with someone who may have cheated. How are you turned on by him? So you're the breadwinner. You have strong evidence of him cheating but are on the fence because he swears he didn't. You have an infant. He's blaming you for wanting safe sex. Says condoms take away all the pleasure. Even though he either used them to cheat or masturbate. And a little bit ago he spent $4,000 of your money on a plastic surgery without telling you. Either this is some weird, prolonged fanfic, or you're really dense. You should be squaring away your finances and signing up for divorce like a week ago. I guess I'm curious why you want to continue having sex with someone you obviously don't trust, and if I was him I would be confused by that. But also, his reaction certainly doesn't make it seem less like he cheated. I'd tell the therapist about this reaction. I bet they think you are right, that it's wrong and indicates some red flags. I read your previous posts and I guess it's safe to say your marriage is going through a Titanic. The obvious question for me is, even with him throwing tantrums over condoms, why do you still wanna sleep with him with so much mistrust between the two of you, especially from your side? It's divorce o'clock. No sex until therapy. And this should be a main topic of the therapy. His behavior would normally be grounds for breaking up. I understand that divorce is a big deal and you probably still want things to work. But make sure to prioritize your long-term happiness. Whether or not he cheated shouldn't be the decider for condom use. Unless you both want a baby. That should be the default. Or he can take responsibility by getting a vasectomy. Unmarry him. I'm curious what birth control you've been using this whole time if you haven't been using condoms for years, and now this is happening and he's freaking out and telling you to get on birth control. I suppose maybe you just have lots of kids? Is he thinking you don't want to risk pregnancy till you've worked out your issues and not understanding that you also want to be safe from infections? Whatever he's thinking, his response was aggressively awful. He said he believes a man shouldn't have to wear a condom in a marriage and that it takes away all the pleasure for him to do this. Peeved. He used to use them. He claims to use them for his own personal time, too. Millions of other men use them in marriage and not in marriage, and they manage just fine. His discomfort wouldn't be worse than the many issues you'd risk having with birth control. I think you just tell him if he doesn't want to have sex with a condom, then he can wait till you have sorted out your issues in therapy. He has two choices. Take out the trash. I'm not sure how you are going to move forward in your relationship when you think he's cheating. Honestly, if I thought my partner was cheating, I wouldn't want them to touch me. Hire a PI and figure out what's going on. Until you know one way or another this relationship will continue to devolve. It probably will regardless. Went through your post history. So he uses condoms to masturbate and they're pleasurable enough then. But he doesn't feel anything if he has to use them for sex with you? He's bad news. And people here have done an excellent job outlining why. I hope you listen and that you save yourself months and years of heartbreak with this man. I'm confused. You suspect your husband has been cheating, yet you are still having sex with him? Before sex you should be getting to the bottom of this. If you come to the belief that he has not, then continue on. Go to therapy or whatever you need. If you feel the evidence and your gut tells you he has, then divorce him. He is not worth keeping around. Do not have sex with this man. In less than 2 weeks you have posted 3 times about your husband. He's going behind your back, spending money neither of you can afford on cosmetic surgery, gets nervous about missing condoms yet refuses to wear them for you and thinks that 1, being married means he no longer has to wear them, and 2, birth control is your responsibility. Please remove the rose-tinted glasses and see this man for what he is. A lying, cheating, irresponsible and selfish waste of space. You deserve better. Being married doesn't entitle him to give up on condoms and require you be solely responsible for birth control. Both people are responsible for safe sex. You've enough reason to be suspicious. He is making large financial purchases without discussing them with you, even though he's a full-time student and doesn't contribute to the household. He lied to you about it. He is gaslighting you. Therapy likely won't fix his lying and dishonesty. No raincoat, no playtime. If he doesn't want to wear the condom, he doesn't get the lovin'. Also, with him treating you like this, why do you even want to work it out? I'd just walk away and thank my lucky stars there are no children. I mean, at this point, whether or not he's cheating, you should still leave this guy. Verbal abuse, sexual coercion, making poor unilateral financial decisions. Cheating is the 4th strike when he already has 3. I don't even know how men like this end up married. God save us all.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.